We're inside the Pearl recording studio, and I have with me our good friend Billy McLaughlin and also Lori Morris Werch and Nate Sabin. Thanks for joining me in the studio. This is where it all took place.
That's right.
Yeah. Lori, with your own background, can you tell us a little bit about the prayer and the author of the prayer, and can you say the prayer?
Oh, sure. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I learned more about the person behind that prayer, Reinhold Niebuhr, while attending the University of Northwestern, because I'm a Master's of Divinity student currently. And one of the books that we read was from Reinhold. So I looked him up and found out that he was a minister, and he also was a professor at Harvard and Princeton. And I thought, it's not only me that these words affect so deeply. These words that he put together were no accident. They can affect so many people at so many moments of one's life. And I sort of just wanted those to reach out more to more people in a different avenue. And some people it might touch them more deeply by reading it or holding it in their wallet or in their purse or having a plaque on their wall. But for other people where music moves them, I thought this would be just another avenue to touch people and have it resonate within them. So I contacted Billy to find out if he might be interested in working with me on this. And at first he was, I think, a little intimidated only out of respect for the power of the words. Mm-hmm. But I am a persistent person. And
yes, you are.
We had recently lost our home due to a fire, and we had moved out for 6 months. And during that time, I looked to the prayer for inspiration and comfort and to be soothed, and just every day renew my faith that something good will happen with my family and I because of this. And from the money we received from our home, instead of replacing everything that we had, I thought, right now I have the financial means. This is my opportunity to make this dream become a reality and do it properly. And so again, I said to Billy, give it some thought, think it over.
But my initial reaction to her was, I would love to work on a project with you, but those are pretty important words to a lot of people. And the other thing is that the words aren't really laid out like song lyrics would be. There isn't a real rhythm to them. And so I just sort of remember saying, thanks for asking me, but I don't think I would be very good at that.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Well, but then she said, look, Billy, I really want you to do this and share this process with me, so don't answer right now. Mm-hmm. Let's talk in a week. And so I hung up the phone, and actually I did go out online and look around to see if anyone else had done anything with those, and there were a couple of examples, but none of the... I think the difficulty, again, is to try to get a prayer to sit in a groove with a good melody and to get the rhythm of the words right. So I went to bed, and I'm one of those guys in the morning, I make my coffee and I do the dishes quick before the coffee's done brewing, and then my coffee is my reward.
Yes.
And while I'm doing the dishes, waiting for the coffee, I found myself humming this little melody that I must have been hearing in my sleep, and I go, oh my gosh, that fits the words perfectly. And I thought, oh boy. And I actually, there's one little place where I repeat a couple words, but really, literally, it's just the words of the prayer. It doesn't need any extra embellishment. Mm-hmm. And so I called Lori, and I kind of hummed it to you, sang it to you over the phone, and she goes, oh my gosh. Now, I'm smart enough to know that, initially I could hear in my head a choir, a choral arrangement, and that's definitely something I don't do. And that's where Nate comes in. And he can tell that part of the story.
What happened then?
Well, I remember Billy calling me up and saying he had a melody that and a song. He told me the story about the song and the prayer and Lori, and that he thought he could hear maybe it going kind of gospel choir almost. And I said, yeah. So he came on over to the house and sang it for me. We made a little recording on the iPhone and tried to do an arrangement of that.
So a lot of people came together to make this happen right here in the studio. Nate, can you kind of take us through what took place here that day when you recorded?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually spent a good part of the whole day here. We brought in, as I recall, several great players from around town and recorded the rhythm tracks, which pretty simple rhythm track. It was bass, drums. I think we had a keyboard, piano, and acoustic guitar, organ. And so we did that during the morning hours, as I recall. And then we had set up a session for Paul Peterson to track the lead vocal. I think we did that maybe in the afternoon. I can't remember.
Yep.
And then we had several singers from around town, people that really are extraordinary singers in their own right. And boy, we got them together and taught them the parts, and that came together pretty quick, which was really fun. We just brought them right here in this room and tracked them together as a choir. And yeah, it's a great day.
Just came together, very cool.
Busy and fun.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the way that they used to make records in the old days.
Yes, absolutely.
Get it all
just
together.
Get her done.
Do it. Let it be what it is in that moment instead of, you know, piecing a project together over months. There was some magic going on that day. I think that's the joy of getting a bunch of talented people together who trust, you know, the team that's involved, especially trusting Nate. Nate secured most of the people, you know, but we shared, you know, kind of our wish list.
Right.
And on any given day, you can't get everybody, but another testament to the Minnesota music scene is how many great people you can get on any given day. I mean, it was awesome to be part of. And again, the whole thing happened in one day.
Awesome.
The video shoot, the recording, the lead vocals, the choir, everything in one day. You know, that's amazing. And, you know, there's a lot of studios in Minneapolis, and the Pearl is a special one, I think, because of just the way the room allows you to do things like shoot video.
And so since that day, and trying, as you said, to get the word out about this project, what has been the experience so far? You know, where are things at?
The most rewarding part of it is when I see someone share what we've done with someone else that they think might be touched by the song. The comments that we're getting from people are just so fulfilling in that thank yous for turning this such meaningful prayer into song. And we get emails from people one-on-one about their story of how it's affected them. That's what I hope to grow, almost a grassroots underneath recovery people, or we've had emails where it's helped them in their parenting, or they're going through a divorce, or there's loneliness. There's so much.
Get that one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's a good prayer for a parent.
Oh, absolutely.
I use it myself. And I just think the words that he put together in that short of time can affect us in almost every moment where we run into something that maybe isn't going as smoothly as we anticipated. So my hope is that reaches more people and inspires them.
And Nate, for you, someone else who's been in the music business for a long time, how does a project like this play out in your life? I mean, what difference has this made for you personally?
I love it because, well, I mean, first of all, it's been obviously covered, the fact that the lyrics are meaningful, real, profound, and the objective often when we're producing and when we're in the studio, when we're creating music, is to try to do something that's current, you know, that'll be catchy, and the hope is maybe it'll catch on and, you know, a lot of people will get to hear it. In this case, it feels different to me. It feels like these lyrics, we wanted to do something that felt more timeless and not so much defined by, you know, a genre or the moment, but something that could live on. And I feel like that could happen with this because the lyrics are so meaningful.
Where can people find out more about the project, hear the music? Where do you want to point people to?
I would say the website that we built for it is a great place to start. It's serenityprayerproject.com.
Congratulations on this wonderful project, and hopefully it'll help, reach out to so many people in need, and they can share it, and it's a cool thing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Judy.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change